Today I actually heard another reporter told us, like, we heard that Dwenger doesn't rebuild, they reload. And I think that's absolutely true because we don't build off the past, we just keep going forward. Like last year we lost to Lewis the first game, but we didn't know what we were doing that game. It was a bad game for us. And we just picked the ball up from there and just kept rolling on.
And beyond just going to the state championship, you guys ended up winning the conference too. What keys and what tools are there again this year to help you guys in 2016?
We have Blake back, we have Peter back, we have most of our defensive guys coming back. We have still Amon, even though he's injured right now, he'll be coming back. And we just have the same spirit and enthusiasm as we did last year.
And how much fun has it been having Coach Svarczkopf back with you guys?
I am so happy he's back. I'm glad he's back. It wasn't the same without him. And plus, he was the reason, he and Fred Tone were part of the reason that we won last year, because they were our inspiration last year.
What will it take to win back-to-back?
A lot of hard work. It'll be a very hard and difficult ride, but it'll all be worth it in the end.
Keep working hard and being ready for every team in the division and throughout the playoffs, and knowing that every game could be your last, and we got to keep playing like that.
And then last year wasn't a strong start for you guys. You guys lost to Lures game number 1. Coming back and ended up winning the SAC and then going to win a state championship. What did that teach you about this Dwenger team?
Dwenger, we always come back strong. Nothing ever sets us back, and we're always ready to go. We're ready when we face adversity with our face up, and we're always going.
How much fun has it had to have Coach Svarczkopf back?
It's very fun. Coach Bodreb did a great job for us last year, but Coach Svarczkopf has always been a staple at Dwenger for years, and he does a great job with us, so it's great. It's great to have him back.
What's going to get you guys back to the state championship?
A lot of work, hard work, knowing that we're never safe, always knowing and keeping our heads level, and we'll be okay.
Well, what you have to do is you have to look at last year as being nice, wonderful, but very fortunate. The people who get complacent or the people who lack humility, I could give them a litany of things last year that were just good fortune too. And we've had some great teams end up not in first place, not winning the last game because of the fortunes didn't bounce their way a play or two. So I think that needs to be realized, is that a lot of luck involved. There's a lot of good fortune, and it doesn't happen to everybody. So, and it doesn't make a difference whether you win or not. Just be the best you can be, and that's what we're trying to do.
And also a resilient group last year. They lost to Lures week 1, and a lot of teams weren't sure what Dwenger was going to bring to the table this year, especially the guys like Blake and like Amon. I saw Blake was named a captain yesterday. What are you hoping that they instill on some of these younger guys, like, hey, it's not how you start, it's how you finish?
You know, when you have a group of seniors like we have this year, we broke camp yesterday. It's over. We're done now till August 1st. No workouts of any kind. We just want them to get away and rest. But one of our traditions is that we name our captains, and that's a vote by the players and by the coaches. And you have to nominate yourself to be considered. 12 seniors nominated themselves, stood up before the team, introduced themselves, and told them why they want to be a captain. It was awesome. It just gave you goosebumps to think about why these people want to lead. And they chose, among those 12, they chose Blake Pachelny, our quarterback. They chose Amon Clark, our running back. And they chose Frank Yanko, our stalwart on defense. So we've got to find a way to have those other 9 be great leaders as well, and use that type of willingness to help us.
How, with some of those key position guys back, you did lose a lot of your linemen. How do you get some of those younger guys to come up and get ready to battle in the trenches?
You know, what we have to realize is that a lot of those linemen that you heard from last year may not have played the year before too. So it's a succession. And just because they didn't play and we don't know about them doesn't mean they're not any good. We've got a lot of very good linemen. And in speaking with our coaches last night, we both came up with the thought, you know, we could play right now. We think we've got what we need to be very good. And we've had more practices, more competitions than ever. I hope they use this time off to rest because they need it. because they've been through the ringer this summer with practices, competitions, unlike we've never had before.
Speaking of one of the guys getting ready to play right now, what's the status of Amon Clark? When he tweeted out his injury report, said it kept him out 10 weeks. That brings you right to almost August 19th. How's
He's
his
ahead of schedule. I talk to him often. He's ahead of schedule, and I think you'll see him before you were hoping to. Yeah.
What expectations and goals are you setting for this Dwenger team?
Well, what we look for is to, number one, be people we can trust, people who put forth great effort, and people who care about the team more than you care about yourself. Once you do that, everything else takes care of itself. And as far as the wins and losses, we don't worry about that very much. We just, we know who our first opponent is. We're already starting to work very hard to get ready for what they showed us last year, and we just take it one step at a time.
Not only in the SAC, but in all of football right now, you got a target on your back. Dwengers always seem to have a target on their back. How are these guys ready to face that?
What they understood is that last year's effort won't do. That in order to be successful in life, today has got to be better than yesterday. This year has got to be better than last year. And so they have earned this rest that they're getting right now, because it has been more than we've ever done. It's been more intense than we've ever done. And I'm really proud of what they've done so far, because they realize that what we did last year won't be good enough.
All right. Do you have anything else that you want to add?
Well, I'd like to thank your channel, Channel 15, for what great coverage that you do. We're very fortunate here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, to have such great coverage for high school football. High school football and grade school football is alive and well right now. There was a time where it wasn't, with all what was in the news about this and that. We just broke camp with 120 youth campers at our camp, which is more than we've ever had, and football is alive and well. And it is a safe sport, and it's a sport that's good for young people. And we'd like to thank you for doing such a great job of covering it.